What is up, team? Chuck with Traders War Room, and I'm back at you with another video. Listen, this is your midweek SITREP for 28 July. And man, did we have a crazy day in the marketplace, and I got a great video in store for you. But what I need you to do is like, share, subscribe, come join the team and be part of the community. As always, if you're ready, follow me and let's go to war together, team. Traders War Room wants to remind the viewer that all content on this channel are for education and entertainment purposes only. You are responsible for every move you make in the stock market. Have fun, tread cautiously, but definitely go to war and let's get it. Hey team, welcome back. So as always, man, we strive to give you guys the best content that we can here at Traders War Room. We're still in the process of transitioning, getting our 10 toes down in our new home with a new studio, and we're just not quite up and running yet, but we're gonna rock it out and we're gonna get you the great content that you guys deserve and that we've been known to put out. So without further ado, we're gonna get right into it with the Buzz Report, and we thank you guys for bearing with us during this transition. All right, the Buzz Report. Let's talk about what's hot and what's not in the stock market and see what we got. Give us a good map and a plan for continuing and closing out this week. All right, in the top news, stock market investors are staring down the barrel of a seasonal weakness for the next 3 months. Basically, what they're talking about is the next 3 months are showing weakness in returns. And I got a little chart that MarketWatch gave us and this guy who did the report, and it kind of breaks it down for you. So I'm going to show that to you in a second. You can pause it and then definitely look up. But the next 3 months could be choppy waters for some of our stocks before we get into the next run. But it's not enough at this time for Wall Street to make a call one way or the other. Look, the market's unpredictable, so we really don't know what's going to go on. Just definitely get caution and make sure that you guys are getting into A+ setups whenever you're entering and exiting your stocks. And then Facebook talks about they blow past estimates, but warn that growth will decelerate in the second half of the year. This is kind of a sentiment that you're getting from a lot of these juggernaut companies. Apple came out the other day and said that it was going to have slower than what has been as far as growth and things of that nature. They said they're still going to be in double digits, but they're not going to see the exponential growth that they have seen in the past quarters. So you're starting to see that trend. I would expect a lot of these other bigger juggernauts to do the same thing because you're going into that 3 month of lower earnings and forward PE ratios. And here's that chart I was telling you I was going to show you. It's the most favorable, unfavorable time of the year. These next 3 months are coming in. You're going to see some indexes and some sectors doing very well, and you're going to see the other ones not. And so definitely pay attention, especially the ones you're getting in. We want to make sure that we're not hopping in at the very peak top before a dump. We want to make sure that we kind of chill off and nibble into our positions, especially the ones that we're dollar cost averaging in. We don't want to dollar cost average in high. We want to make sure we dollar cost average in as low as we can, especially for position holdings that we're long on. But look at that chart. Kind of is talking about the 3 month forward returns based on the chart below, and you see that big dip. That's the next 3 months coming in before we hit into the holiday season and the beginning of the next year. And so not top news, but definitely noteworthy. Ford surprises Wall Street with their Q2 profits and sees chip supply improving, which is key because a lot of the other companies and CEOs you're talking about that deal with the chip shortage, they're giving a more bearish approach to it. So Ford's saying, man, we're seeing something. So maybe Ford got something in the works. Definitely something to pay attention to. PayPal stock slips on, but earnings beat expectations. You're seeing that a lot this particular earnings season, right? A lot of these companies, UPS is a great example of it, man. They killed earnings and then dumped. Apple, another one, killed earnings and dumped. Tesla, another one, did fairly well on earnings and dumped. So we need to pay attention to these things because this might be a trend that we need to pay attention to on how we enter and exit when we're trading earnings as a catalyst. Qualcomm stock rises after earning tops estimates, and Biden says he's confident about infrastructure deals. He touts manufacturing in Pennsylvania visit. The infrastructure deal is so huge, man. A lot of money is going to be pushed into, and certain stocks are going to reap the benefits and certain stocks are not. So it's important for us to pay attention, see where they're going to lie, make our best guesstimate, and we follow the smart money with the infrastructure deal. Look, this is the Buzz Report. It's important to stay up into what the market's doing in the news because this tells us how to manage and position our portfolio to best attack, conquer, and destroy the stock market. So now let's talk about some stocks that I'm watching and how the week's going to close out with earnings. Let's get it. And here's the earning reports that are going to close us out for the week. Man, tomorrow we got interested on Pinterest. Amazon, of course, is always interesting. Twilio, Upwork, that's a newer one that we're interested in. Yum, that, man, I saw definitely some moves be made on some Yum this week, so something to pay attention. Friday, we're getting into some of the oil and gas and some of the commodities, okay? So we got ExxonMobil, we got Chevron, we got P&G. These are things we need to pay attention to and see how these do. This will give us a good idea on the temperature of the market moving into next week. All right, so first stock we're checking on, one of the big boy meme stocks, man, AMC. If you notice, I got my lines on there, my red line at the bottom. That's the bottom level support. Near term, the top level. At the blue is the resistance. I got a bunch of purple lines in there for different strength and weakness points where AMC has to test and get beyond before going up to the next level. So listen, if you haven't been paying attention to AMC news, you need to spin yourself up. A lot of info, man. These retail investors, they are digging into these hedge funds, these institutions, and there's a lot of shady stuff going on. So I'm definitely interested. I have a smaller position in AMC on this one, but I'm definitely on for the ride, and I'm with the apes on this one. So let's see what this got. Here's where you can see what AMC did today, how it opened, how it closed, and all the information. Pause, take a look at this, and do your own DD on AMC if you're not in it. Next one I want to talk about, BTBT. Since crypto's been kind of bouncing around, now remember, crypto, about every 3 years, it takes a little cool-off period where it dramatically decreases before another bull run. So we definitely have to pay attention to this. Crypto's one of those things. Some people love it, some people hate it, but man, if it makes money, I'm in it, okay? So pay attention to BTBT. This has been running fairly well recently. You see some lows in the red, you see some high in the blue, and those are our purple points for some increase. I like this chart moving forward. I think this has some room to grow, but it can easily go down because it's crypto and you never know. So pay attention. BTBT, definitely on the watch list and the radar. Again, BTBT, so you can see what it did today, where it's sitting at, all the pedigree information, so you can start your DD on it. A new stock that I mentioned the other day on the Discord that I want to bring your attention to is Grill, G-R-I-L. Man, Grill is cheap. And listen, there's a lot of institutions getting in on this, okay? This is one of those muscle maker, bodybuilding type of, all wholesome and nature-made type of company and things of that nature, man. Grill got a lot of things on the shelf and a lot of plans to move forward. I like their philosophy in the future, and I think they're motivated to continue going. So this is one of those at the price where it's at, man, $1.24. You buy into this, you go deep, you set it and forget it, and come back to it at a later period, and hopefully it's 2, 3, maybe 5x. And again, your pedigree information, pause, take a look, do some research, dig in, and see if this company is something that interests you and you want to go long on it. And now the big boys, SAVA, man. If you guys have been rocking with me, you know I've been putting in work on SAVA since February, okay? Now, take a look at this time chart right there. You see the yellow circle down the bottom left? That's where we got in initially, all right? We rode this thing up into the 70s at that green circle, and we secured some profits. I suggested securing 60% of your portfolio. And then it took a dip, of course. We rode it out. We had news that it was going to bounce and have some catalyst going into July and August. And here we are in July, moving into August, and we got our day tomorrow, man. And then on the blue circle right there, when it got time and it hit some lows, I suggested buying into the dip, man. So we bought in, we rode it back up, and listen, man, This is one of these stocks for me. I put a lot of time and effort. I'm actually emotionally tied to this, and I know you shouldn't be emotionally tied to it, but how can you? You put a lot of time and effort into something. Man, I'm emotionally tied to this one. This one is one of those that quite literally is going to make me rich tomorrow, or it's going to definitely significantly put a dent in my portfolio. So, man, I'm rocking with SAVA. Let's get it. I got bullish on it, and I'm hoping this goes to the moon with that Alzheimer's. Now, I wouldn't be doing justice if I haven't put this back up here, man. Like I said, you guys been rocking with me. You know I'm heavy into the healthcare industries, man. Listen, a lot of these are game changers, and you need to pay attention to these ones, all right? So definitely get on your DD, get into some of these, and all these are the tickers that deal with the CNS disorders, treatments, Parkinson's disease, fibromyalgia, Alzheimer's, anything of that nature, man. These are the tickers that deal with that stuff and the ones that are moving and shaking. All right, our thought-provoking content is going to be over risk tolerance or risk threshold. Now, you heard me say something previously about I'm emotionally tied into SAVA, right? I want you to be clear on that, okay? Your risk tolerance is basically directly linked to your personality and how you trade, okay? Now, you never want to be emotionally involved because that means you might take more risks than you're willing to that you can actually handle, all right? Or that you're going to be nervous the entire time. Now, I'm emotionally involved because I put a lot of time and effort into this thing. But understand, this is a calculated risk that I took. I planned this risk, okay? So I'm hedging it with some long positions that are solid winners over time so that even if I were to lose everything with my SAVA play, right? Yes, it would dent and it would hurt my portfolio. And boy, I will be feeling shitty for real. But it's not going to break the bank, man. My kids aren't going to get their inheritance gone. My wife's not going to divorce me. The mortgage to the house is going to get paid. But that's the type of risk tolerance we need to understand. Calculated risks matching your personality. Now, if you're a naturally risky person, then you need to make sure that you are on point with your trades, because if you're a naturally risky person, then you know the thing is there for you to lose it all, okay? And if on the opposite things, if you're a naturally safe person, the thing is there that you may not be making as much money over time as someone else who's a little more risky. You need to find something in the middle that matches your personality. Do a little risk thing, back off a little bit, play a little safe. Come back in with a little risky thing, back off, play a little safe. Happy medium based on your personality. If you haven't taken a little personality test with the stock market to see what type of trader kind of matches your style, you need to do that, and you need to hone in on those skills, and it'll make you a much better trader in the end. That's our thought-provoking content, risk tolerance. I highly suggest you look it up and you dig into yourself to see what type of trader you are that matches your personality. Again, guys, hey, thank you for bearing with me while I get everything set up and shop in my new house and everything of that nature. You guys are awesome, man. I can't wait to get a video where you can actually see my face and I can communicate that way. But you know what? We're going to keep putting the things out. We're going to keep doing this thing. And definitely, if you're not on the social media platforms, please spin yourself up, man. Check the description and get on the social media platforms. The real-time data is coming out and we are killing it, okay? Yes, we take some L's, but anybody that tells you they don't take a loss is a damn liar, okay? Any good investing and trader is going to take some L's. It's how you hedge the L's and how you win more so that make you a good trader, and you learn from your mistakes. Here at Traders War Room, we look at the stock market like a war zone. Stocks and sectors, those are our battles. We do it together. We attack, destroy, and conquer the stock market, man. We are a team, we are a community, and we're killing it. And I want you to come along with us on this journey. If that sounds good and you're ready, follow me, and let's go to war together.